Drama time. Hello. Was that disclaimer always there? Silvadorkable is now live. Streaming art stream, Samus number 4. Stream elements bot running Pacha L. Hello Kavo, welcome to the drama zone. Hey Shiro.
Hello my darlings, my name is Silvadorkable, I am your friendly monster waifu, and today we are back to drawing Samus from Metroid. What's this about, drama?
Discording you.
So we are back to doing all of this for now. We get to finish doing all these lines, if I'm not mistaken.
Gimme a SEC.
Why do I even have that still?
Long time since I watched one of your streams. It's 3 AM here lol.
Hey,
I thought
Zelkix!
Samus's colors were yellow and red.
Oh. No, see. So, Cuervo, you're thinking about Varia suit Samus, which is her in her mech outer exterior. This is Zero suit Samus, where she wears blue on the inside and then her mech is yellow and red, with the exception of the Dark Samus, which is blue and black. We don't talk about that one.
Alcy Echo.
Look at Echo. Somehow those things keep getting turned back on. I'm sorry.
I've never played Metroid, so all you're saying is lost on me.
Okay, so think of it like a plug suit from Evangelion, or Darling in the Franxx, if you watch that. Basically any large mech anime. This essentially is her outfit she wears
I don't know much
while
about
she's
Metroid, but this
piloting
drawing looks very good.
her giant ass suit. Oh, thank you, Zokix. And we kind of just don't talk about the fact that her suit obviously would not be functionally possible, and yeah, we don't get to that. Okay, what was I doing? This. So this
So which suit came first?
The Varia suit came first, which is the mech suit, because at the end of that you find out that Samus is a girl, whereas up until that point you actually weren't aware that Samus was a girl because they kind of kept it hidden so that it would be like a huge shock to the audience back in Nintendo days, where it was like, oh my god, this entire time you've been playing a badass bounty hunter in space and it's a girl! I'm being a little dramatic. Okay. So, now we
So
get the...
Sil, how are you today?
Tired. Honestly, a little bit tired. Given the oppor... Why is this not... Oh, that's why I'm on... given the opportunity, I probably would, take a nap.
I know of the first Metroid game. She was one of the first badass female protagonists.
She was, actually. And, that's one of the reasons that I like her. Don't play like Metroid the other M. Don't do that. It's not a good time. They really didn't do a good job writing her for that one. But, Metroid on Super Nintendo, I think, was the one that really made the Metroid series well known. And ultimately, that's still probably my favorite because I kind of refuse to play the later ones because, again, they kind of fucked everything over with it.
I still prefer Doom and his suit, but Metroid is still cool.
Doomslayer is really cool. Honestly, Doomslayer has his own, origin and reasoning. So they're not really necessarily comparable. But I will admit that Doomslayer is pretty badass. That's something you can't really argue with. I mean, I guess you can, but no one's gonna listen to you. Making sure... Oh, just realized I missed another thing. So this is one thing I hate doing.
Doomslayer murdered millions of demons because they killed his bunny.
And you have to respect that. The man loves and protects his animals. And as someone who also loves and protects animals, I can respect that. This has kind of become my least favorite thing to do, is sit here and trim all the lines, but it's a necessary evil because otherwise things don't look right. I need to adjust that, that's right. Probably.
At Maskino is now hosting you.
Oh, thank you.
You mentioned Darling in the Franxx earlier. Do you like that show?
I like the design. I've actually never seen it because honestly, I'm not really much of a
a mech person. So the idea of watching people pilot mechs really is not necessarily appealing to me. However,
Stream Avatars extension.
I very much like Samus.
https://server.streamavatars.com/viewer.html. Channel
her.
ID equals UCS7 uplex G1 of Jake 4 OSIA and platform equals U2.
I don't know why. I've never really been that into mech. And I think it's just because I'm not really a huge sci-fi person, and the idea of giant robots doesn't really appeal to me. Like, absolutely nothing against anyone that it does appeal to. But for me personally, I'm just not really that into it. When it comes to anime, I'm honestly much more into,
What do you call empty buns?
empty buns.
Didn't you play and stream Titanfall? A nothing burger.
A nothing burger. No, I have never played Titanfall. That was probably there.
I was never into mech anime either, but I watched it because I heard it had amazing world building.
See, I can understand that. Personally, I don't really have a lot of time to watch things anymore. Like, I don't really watch a lot of movies. I don't really watch a lot of anything.
Mechs are cool.
And because of that, like, it's not really something I'll usually take the time to do. Like, I still haven't finished My Hero Academia because I never really got around to finishing it. I think I saw the first season, and that was like a good stopping point for me. It just kind of sucks because time is not something I seem to have an abundance of. Yeah, I think that was Bear that streamed Titanfall because I've never played Titanfall in my life. Because A, Titanfall is PvP, and I don't like PvP. And B,
I don't watch movies, but I do watch a few anime here and there.
Titanfall is giant mech, and I'm not into giant mech, so I know for a fact that wasn't me.
No, Titanfall is also PvE.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that either, so... Again, I'm just proving myself right.
I've mostly just been drawing lately.
Me too. Ever since I found out that I got accepted into an artist alley, I've been wanting to make like a lot of stickers and new stuff for it.
Are Samus and the soldiers from Contra fighting the same aliens?
No. No, they're not. Because Samus is essentially fighting the Metroids, if I'm not mistaken, on like the Mother Brain. And
yes.
are they? I've never really been big into Contra, so I don't know.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, Mama. How are you? Okay, now I need to find the color that this is. I feel like it's more purple.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's purple, not pink.
I'm still kind of a new viewer, so I have a question. Is your hair actually blue, or do you wear a wig?
So this is a wig, but only because of the fact that my roots aren't blue. My hair is ombre, but the bottom of my hair is blue. Also, thank you, A.
Hee hee ha ha ho. Disaying.
Hey, A. Hey, A. Hey, A, A. Oh, that house so needs to go. I don't like that that is red. It bothers me significantly. Okay, so I think most of these colors are acceptable. Except for that one thing. This thing. This needs to be more purple. Yeah. That was about right. Don't like that.
I hope everyone is doing well.
A little bit darker. I'm doing okay. Can't really speak for everyone else, but... How are you, A? Are you doing alright?
I don't know what time it is in your time zone, but how was your day so far?
It's 6:13 p.m. here, and I'm doing pretty well, actually. We're gonna recolor though. A little bit darker. There we go. We'll probably have to fix that somehow. I wonder what would happen. Look at this. Brighter. Maybe. relatively happy with these colors. The lips obviously might need to be fixed a little.
So I'm gonna assume that the 3D Metroid games are bad.
Not necessarily all of them, but I haven't played them. Or do I intend to? That's better. I feel like this. Oh, that's kind of gross. To do this all over again. Surprised Basil hasn't come up and bothered me yet. He usually does.
Well, is there a Metroid game you dislike in particular?
I haven't played it, but I know enough about it to very much dislike it. And I believe it was Metroid Other M. And the writing is
Sorry about
so
the slow reply.
bad.
Talking to coworkers.
First off, Samus sounds like she's had a lobotomy, because everything she says is slow and emotionless. It seems to be like super baby infatuated, which is kind of creepy when you think about it. Samus relies way too heavily on her commanding officers when she's supposed to essentially be a badass. You know, just weird stuff like that. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay, I think everything's good. I kind of want to make her a little less tan. I don't feel like that she's really that tan. Too pale. Too pink. Okay.
Super baby infatuated. That sounds creepy, like some Silent Hill type deal.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy because like she essentially is like really wanting a fucking baby. She's like, apparently there's like a ship called a bottle ship, and it has an alarm called a baby's cry because it's supposed to be something that you can't ignore, as if any other alarm is ignorable. I don't know. It's like apparently all the other alarms just fucking want to scooch by without having any sense of fucking urgency or something. I don't know. Not this baby's cry one.
I'm gonna replace my fire alarm with a baby alarm, lol.
Oh god. I would hate you so much. sure that's the color I want. Also, we're gonna have to fix this. This is not a good color. Okay.
It having baby imagery could work in a horror game, but Metroid isn't a horror franchise.
No, it's not.
Hello Silva. Hello everyone.
Oh, God damn it, I realized I just hit the... Hey lady, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I can't complain. Oh, that was pissing me off. Oh, shit. I'm sure if I like that. I wonder. How well would this work? Really? Where? Where did I... Oh. Well, that's probably where I missed it. Maybe.
You should fix those blue lines to the right of her chin because they overlap with her face and hair.
I know. Those are the last step because those are essentially going to be part of the exterior motif. So I'm kind of holding off on that until it gets towards the end. But yes, it definitely will be fixed.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
Also hi Lady Spookeria. I'm doing alright. Other than the fact that I might have a sty under my right eye that's making me want an eye patch.
Oh, God, my dad had one of those once. Those are horrible. I am so sorry. I feel like this should go further in because of...
Hello I. You. It's not visible now, but I notice a spot under my right eye feel a little more swollen than usual and it kinda hurts to blink.
God, that sounds really painful. I'm sorry. God damn it. Just realized.
Kind of a random question, but who would you pick as the most badass gaming character from a game you played?
Good question. Oh, Samus is pretty badass. Doom Guy's pretty badass. It's kind of hard to argue that. I have to change this color.
Say it again.
Doom Guy is pretty badass?
Doom Guy / Doom Slayer is like the definition of badass.
Yeah. I mean, he literally...
Smiling face with heart-shaped eyes.
I mean, he literally decided to seek revenge on things because they killed his fucking bunny.
Stream Avatars extension. https://server.streamavatars.com/viewer.html channel_ID equals UCS7FLXG1FPSJ4OSIA and platform equals YouTube. He damned himself to hell just to kill demons.
Yeah?
Are you kidding me? My messages keep getting censored.
Are you okay, eh?
It happens. Just glad to be here. Also
Aw.
Silva, have you noticed any new female chatters since I told you about that time I promoted you on a sex chat room?
No, I can't say I have. Haven't noticed many new people that haven't just randomly seen my
I'm
shit.
cool. It's just that my long messages kept getting censored.
Oh, well, that sucks.
This question also goes to everyone watching the stream. If you had to pick one fantasy world, movie/show/gaming, to live in, which world would you choose? Aw damn it. Sorry. I guess it won't allow messages that contain certain words.
It's true, A. I think it does restrict certain words. Final Fantasy's kind of cool, but then again, if you have Fallout, then you essentially can do whatever the fuck you want, but you'd also have to deal with radiation poisoning and...
Oh well. I gotta go back into work now. Y'all take care and enjoy the rest of the stream.
Have a good day, A. Shit, that's a hard one. I feel like Skyrim would be a pretty cool place to be. I mean, at least that's like an obligatory, you know, fantasy world.
I'd live in Animal Crossing, tongue sticking out. I feel like you would die very quick in the Fallout universe.
Yeah, probably, because I'd probably piss off the wrong person, and yeah, that would be the end of it. Again, I don't know, being able to kill and do whatever you want.
Not even just the raiders but the radiation, mutants, food, or water.
See, I feel like the radiation would be what would get me. Yeah, it'd be the radiation. God damn it. It does that.
Knowing my luck, I'd probably die to the big, sentient rockhead from Fallout 2.
I feel like if you have high charisma, though, you'd be able to become friends with a lot of really useful people.
Are those chairs comfortable for long periods of sitting, Silva?
It kind of depends on how you sit. Um, Personally, I find that they're more comfortable than a low-backed chair. And they do come with their own, like, pillows. There's one that's at the small of my back, and there's one right here, and they kind of help. I do wish that I had splurged for the one that has the kick-up footrest, because I feel like I would use it a lot. Because I have a big butt, the sides aren't the most comfortable, because like the way it works is it kind of like goes flat and then it goes out, and those wings kind of have seams
I
on them.
mostly sit with one leg crossed under my other leg
that dig into my butt, and I don't like it. One leg crossed over your other. You'd probably be fine. Also, that's really bad for your posture and your alignment.
I don't know which world I'd want to live in, but I do know that Attack on Titan isn't on the top of my list.
Yeah, no, definitely not Attack on Titan. Anything that has regular murder, I think I'd prefer not to. I'm just saying. I only really ever lean back if I'm like playing a video game. But a lot of the time I have a tendency to lean forward, especially when I'm drawing. So I can't really say that a lot of them get their fair use out of me leaning back.
I basically lie on my desk when I'm sitting. My posture is so terrible.
That does sound like your posture's pretty terrible, I'll be honest.
At Jasso7372
Oh,
is now
thank you.
following. One time my teacher thought I was asleep because I sit like that.
One time my teacher found out I was asleep because I was sitting like that. Thankfully, he was a very nice teacher and he let me sleep. I was very tired. It was my own fault. I'd stayed up playing video games. I was not the best student.
I actually like sitting on the floor the best, but I couldn't find a good gaming/streaming setup that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, there are gaming chairs specifically made to sit on the floor. Unfortunately, a lot of them aren't really very necessarily good for that. As far as like streaming goes, you're not really going to be able to effectively stream doing that. Not unless like all of your gear and everything is literally on the floor.
I love your hair and glasses and fangs and cat ears lol.
Oh, thank you.
I don't really have a set way of sitting. If I'm relaxed, I'm either on the floor or leaning back, but if I'm really concentrated, I usually lean forward.
I have a bad habit of slouching forward to a almost ridiculous degree, honestly. But I tend to like slouch back if I play some games that don't require a lot of response time, like VR chat, for example. But if it's a video game that has me up in arms trying to beat something, then I'll sit forward. If I'm drawing, I'll sit forward. I usually have pretty bad posture, honestly. Nope. Something's wrong with that. Something's missing. And that's probably it.
I studied posture for years, but so many people directly conflict each other and it drove me crazy, haha.
That I honestly can't blame you for, because... God damn it. What is it? What is it? What are you... Yeah, I could definitely see that, though. Excuse me.
I don't really sleep a lot during classes, but I did sleep through most of history because a few years ago I was running on 2 hours of sleep and the teacher was so boring.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't ever have to worry about school again. But, yeah, I wasn't a good student. Not until like senior year when I actually got to take classes I enjoyed. I kind of just fill this stuff in as I go. In case you can't tell.
The only class I enjoy anymore is English, since I already know everything and I can just goof with my friends.
Oh, That does sound pretty nice. I think the last class I really enjoyed was either creative writing, because the teacher was super nice and appreciated my creativity, or I don't know, theater was really fun.
My teacher told me that I can just bring a book to class and read since I already knew everything we were doing. For context, English is my second language.
Really? Well, that's pretty damn impressive. Especially with English being your second language. I mean, hell, I've seen people that haven't mastered the English language. It's their fucking first language.
I've been learning English since I was basically 4 years old. My brother used to translate Yu-Gi-Oh cards for me when we used to play, and after that, I moved on to gaming and eventually YouTube. 100% self-taught basically.
That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, I was really bad at pretty much all of English and reading and writing, starting out when I was really young. In fact, they wanted to hold me back in school because they felt like I was mentally retarded. And that's not even like joking, they really thought I was mentally retarded. But it was the fact that I honestly hated my teacher. And after a little while, I figured out what it was I didn't like, and it was specifically her. And after that, I started playing video games and got onto the internet, where I discovered that the internet is what made things more interesting to me. And I learned how to read because of it. I wonder if this would look better. Ooh, no, that does not look better. No. Let's just go with that color, it's fine. Nope.
I can respect that. I was never cared much for what would be your equivalent for English and what you learned in English. I always found Croatian, my first language and your equivalent of English in school, super boring, but I somehow managed.
Yeah, see, I could definitely see that. That's nothing against, like, the actual... It's nothing against, like, the actual, English or anything like that. It's just, I didn't have interest in it. This kind of turns like a grayer tone, so...
Appreciate what you what, are the make you appreciate what you dad.
What, my dad? What about my dad? Yeah, it's actually almost good.
It was a super boring subject, but I used to be a mega nerd and I studied it even though had no interest in it. The entire sentence.
I'm so confused, Shiro. I'm trying to make sense of whatever you just typed, but it is not easy for my tired brain to...
My Hero Academia is ace.
It is actually. So far, I got Tsuya, Himiko, and Ochako. I need to get Momo and Mina. Honestly, I'm not really even a huge Momo fan. I just feel like I have to do Momo because otherwise, like, I'm doing everyone else. Does that make sense?
You will never figure it out, muhahaha.
But personally, I would rather just do Mina and call it good.
I never watched MHA, but the fan-made rap songs about it sound good, so it must be good. How would you do Invisible Girl?
I'm not doing Invisible Girl. Not necessarily that I won't ever draw Invisible Girl. It's the fact that I have no reason to draw her right now because essentially... The fuck? Because essentially everything I'm drawing right now is to be used for my artist alley, and I have no intention
But how would you?
of selling stickers.
Invisible Girl fan art is super easy
Of
if you just draw
nothing?
her naked.
Well, see, and that's just it, but I'm not going to order stickers and hope that they sell if it's going to be of that. I mean, there are other things I'm going to be spending my money on stickers for, so I might as well. I'd probably just draw the vague outline of a body, put clothes on it, and then erase the body. I mean, it really wouldn't be that hard. I mean, shit, I've even seen a body pillow of her where they essentially ended up, doing her costume, and then on the other side it was just like blank with like indents, like someone was laying there. So which honestly, just between us, the whole concept of why I'm getting a booth at Artist Alley isn't to sell things. Like, this will be my first one, and I honestly don't have really any expectation of selling anything. The real reason that I am pretty much doing it is to get my name out there so that people know about me. Because the more people who know about me, the more people who may check out my stream, the more people I can talk to. It's more along the lines of publicity than sales for me. Then again, it's always kind of been more about publicity than money. I don't like this. I feel like it's... I don't like that either. It's better.
Well, I hope you get the publicity you deserve one day. Smiley face.
Oh, thank you. I hope I do too. Though I don't know how much I deserve, but I'd like to get some. Okay. With that being said, we are actually done for now. I might change the color of this a little bit. So we're slowly getting there. Couple more hours. So with that being said, we are all done for today. I am so tempted to take a fucking nap. Anyways, hope all of you have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow.
The drawing looks really good now with the shading.
Thank you. Hopefully it looks great by the end of it. Sure hope so. Hope all of you have a great evening. I will see you tomorrow. Love you, darlings.
Night, sweetie. Love
Night,
you.
Mama. I love you too.
Good night. Smiley face.
Good night, darlings.